Hey, Tone, turn my shit up, so you feel me? CDL Mafia, something. My
Get some
life
people up
familiar.
in here. Let go.
Yeah.
My digi dash lit up, so it's my swisher. Hey, big boy, Chevy toy. No, it's not from Fisher. Compliments go to the chef. I'm going ham. They think it's dinner. Heard they moving chicken, 2-piece dinner, Mrs. Winter. Original or crispy, clean. You can't miss me. Can't ban the dro, man, but yeah, you can freeze me. My 88 Caprice be shitting on them. It's so nasty. Spalding, I be ballin', I got gas, but I'm not passing. So what's up? Roll up. Hey, blaze one up, let choke up. Been smoking since I woke up. Hey, you should catch up. I regulate like Warren, I'm a G because I said so. I hit my dog Nate up, and paper we gon' rate up. I'm trying to get it in, but these haters trying to stop me. Kodak moment, boy, all you can do is watch me. See, this a photo finish, cushy pies and dollar signs. Code name, bad breaks, the boy stay on the grind. Hold up.
You only see what your eyes want to see.
808.
How can life be what you want it to be? You're frozen.
I fuck with you, folks. You feel me?
Your heart's not
I'm back out this bit like I done read up. You feel me? Flag out. Pump your brakes or get smashed up. You was cruising for a while, now you just out of control. Kinfolk, what it do? Is it hard time? Is it time for a kick, though? Kinfolk, lay it down, wave that thing around. Tell them get down like a money making pro. They done seen it before. Flag out. Equalize my high, I'm faded. No, we ain't the lot, but bitch, we gon' make it. I'm out this bitch like a newborn baby. Cut the switcher down the middle like a big segregated out. Wrap the push up like a theater sheet. Keep your hand to yourself like you're beating your meat. Cause I KILLRIDIE. For my family of mine. I hit the streets and I grind. Don't need to watch cause it's time. This little light of mine, I'm gon' let it shine. These diamonds on me, they blind. Don't fuck with me, well that's fine. Keep a knife away from my spine. That love and hate's a thin line.
You only see what your eyes want to see. How can life be what you want it to be? You're frozen when your heart's not open.
There you have it. That's my main man McFly right there. My La Familia. You now kicking it with your main man Just Ice Supreme King, Universal Talk Show, True and Living Outdoors Media, the True and Living brand. Got several different talk shows right here. This one we try to, just be a little more simple, keep it real. And today, got a special person I want to introduce y'all to. His brother is like a brother. He has never, ever cheat, lie, stole when it came to dealing with me. May not be nobody to all y'all, but he's somebody to us. Brothers done went through some things and has maintained and standing on his square and been solid ever since. So I want y'all to make some noise for my brother, Anthony Singleton. We call him Tone.
That's peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so check this out, man. I just tagged you on Facebook. If you wanna share that link to everybody so they can join in here if they want to.
Let's see. Let me look at it. I seen it pop up, but when I touched it, it didn't do what I wanted to do. So
You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? So how you been, my brother?
man, I've been peace, brother. I've been peace. About 6 months out the feds. I'm just trying to maintain what's going on out here, and stay linked up with the kids, stay linked up with the community, and stay linked up with the streets. Things I love.
Word, indeed. Well, let me add this on real quick. Everything I do is brought to you by Experienced Organics. I gotta shout them out. My man Rob Williams and his wife Brittany over in Johnson City. You can find them also on Instagram at TweedLife423. And also experiencedorganics@gmail.com. They specialize in all CBD products, from topicals to flowers to oils, for health, beauty, cosmetic, personal care, whatever the case may be. Even got it for your animals. Also want to add on, they don't be ordering their products in the mail and then trying to remix them and put they branding on it. They actually grow it, package it, process it themselves, and give it to you factory direct. Experienced Organics. Y'all shout them out. 423-794-7423. All right, so let's jump back into this, my man. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this here. How old are you, brother?
Man, I'm 46 years young.
46. Out of your 46 years of living, how many years have you dealt with the justice system?
Man, I got about 26 of the craziest years investing into state and federal prisons.
All right, so you can speak on the levels from all the way from a little city jail to a county jail to a state penitentiary to a federal penitentiary.
Brother, I can speak on it from a juvenile detention center all the way up. I've been doing institutions and things like that since I was probably 12 years old. Like DMX said, group homes and institutions prepared me for jail, and that's what happened. So, right now I'm speaking as an adult instead of a kid, because the kids is the future of what we got going on. And if we're not in tune with what our kids love and like, then we've got a problem.
All right, so you mentioned that you know it on all levels.
Yes, sir.
And that we investing in children.
Yes, sir.
So what you want to say to those children right now?
Well, me dealing with it from the aspect of what I've dealt with it from. I started out at 10 years old, smoking cigarettes, 17 years old, doing drugs, growing up in the streets itself. I've dealt with many things, but when it comes to the children, if we're not investing our time in trying to deal with showing them the road and the route that they should be on, then we've got a problem, because now that I'm at the age that I am, it took me 46 years to learn that, the system ain't built for us. The system is built for them. And when you're dealing with kids, when they don't have any kind of guidance to direct them into the direction that they're supposed to be going, then they tend to deal with other things. I've dealt with the drugs, the gangs, the violent type things, but at the end of the day, it's all about what we have before we die to leave our people. And for the children, me coming from the realms of this world that I've come from, I've dealt with all aspects of life. I can identify with everything. I identify with junkies, fiends. I identify with robbers, gangsters. I also identify with men. And once I learned to identify with men, then I began to understand who I was and how I can help. Well, I'm an ex-gang member. I say ex because at the end of the day, the only thing that's really relevant in this situation is how we deal with things on the outcome of the experiences that we've had in life. And with my experiences, I experienced a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of deceit, a lot of lies from a lot of people who I thought loved me, and when I figured out that the love was fake and that the hate was real, then I began to understand that, unless we giving someone guidance, we are not doing the will of the Creator, whatever name you want to call the Creator by, God, Allah, Jehovah, whatever it is that
I can dig that.
tend to call the Creator by. at the end of the day, it's still the creator, and us ourselves, we're creators. So we create life forms, and unless we utilize what we've learned to instill in those that we love, as I said before, we're not accomplishing our mission. So I'm back. I'm on. I'm out here on a mission. Y'all know me. Some love me, some hate me. But at the end of the day, nobody made me. So my mama did. And I just want to share my life with you, man, because my life is an open book. At the end of the day, it's got many chapters. Unless you read those chapters, you can judge who you think I am or you thought I was, but you can never know who I am unless you step in these shoes that I walked in my lifetime. So, at the end of the day, it's all about peace and love. Without love, there's nothing.
Word up, I can dig at. Let me ask you this here.
Yes, sir.
See, back in our day, we was running around. We was hard heads. We did some dumb shit. But I don't think anybody was ever vaccinated and trying to go to prison.
No, sir.
Now tell me if you've seen this right. The youth of the day don't seem to be learning from us that went down this path. Like I said, I only went to the county. I didn't go as far as you did, bro. But the fact that even, these brothers seem to want to go get fingerprinted, like it seemed like that's fascinating to them.
Brother.
Like, so do you see it like that? And if it is, have you seen brothers come in there who thought this was, a glorious thing? You're gonna get your, your street cred. But when they got there, they realized, okay, fuck all that shit.
Yes, sir. I've seen that, brother. I was one of those brothers who thought that prison was a game, And when I got there, a couple old heads that had, done 15, 20 years told me, like, man, you think this is a gymnasium. Like, you're in here playing, you up at 6 o'clock in the morning dancing around people's rooms. But at the end of the day, these people put knives on you, man. They'll put it to your life, man, and possibly take your life away from you. So, while you're being non-respectful to the cats that's around you, and you thinking that life is a game, you lose a lot. When I was there, in the 11 years that I was there, I lost my mother, my sister, my grandparents, my daughter, my best friend, everybody died on me. And when I got out here, I didn't know how to maintain and deal with the idea of freedom. But freedom is the most important thing that we have out here. And when you think that it's a game and that you can't lose, you lose. Because, man, once people that you love is gone and you get out here and you don't know how, the only thing you can do is reform back to the things that you thought that you knew. And, for those who think that, jail is funny or whatever, once you do that 85% in the feds and you doing that at almost 100%, you get in there, you get to losing your good time, then you begin to understand that this shit is not funny, because the government do not give a damn about what we got going on. They don't care about us as a people. It don't matter if you black or if you white, but especially if you black, they do not care what you have going on. They don't care about your mamas, your grandmamas, your kids, your sisters, your brothers, your friends. They don't care nothing about that. At the end of the day, it's all about having a body there so they can put a number and a label on your back and try to tell you that you're something that you're not. But in order for you to know what's going on, you have to get out here and learn, because knowledge is the essence of everything. Know, look, listen, learn, and respect. It's the basic foundation, underlying principle of everything that exists. With math, with English, with anything, it exists. And if you're not knowing what's going on, who you are, where you're going, what it is you're trying to accomplish, then at the end of the day, you're not accomplishing anything. A lot of us are scared of failure. Well, failure is what makes success. In order for you to be able to be a successful person, you have to fail at something. You have to learn some kind of life lesson. And if you're not learning those life lessons, then, you just stagnating yourself. So at the end of the day, we are the future of our kids,
All right, let me ask you this here too, because I want to flatten it out, and you know what I'm saying, I don't want us to be so tense on everybody. So
yes,
let me ask you this here. First, what's the longest amount of time you did in any one of those
Well,
facilities?
my last sentence was 11 years. 11 years day for day.
All right, so let me ask you this here. 11 years day for day. Now I understand that coming from this small little town right here, we know how to make something out of nothing.
That's right.
I know you had, I hate to say it like this, but were there ever any good times you had in there with some brothers or whatnot?
It was a lot of good times. It was a lot of good times with a lot of intelligent men. You know, I went to a lot of school of thoughts, you know, Nation of Islam, brothers I respect. You know, I went into the brothers that was out of Rastafari community, love and respect. Went in the Brothers of Moor Science Temple of America that I represent, love and respect. The 5% Nation, which was the birth of my body, you know, love and respect. A lot of brothers who, you know, was gangster disciple. That's been a big issue in my life, man, is love and respect for Larry. You know, the brothers that was vice lords, you know, we was on the coalition in the penitentiary, love and respect. You know, it's just our respect for all aspects of life, man, because at the end of the day, a lot of those brothers was intelligent. But the most important people that were there were the people who were studying business, because they understood that without us owning things and learning how to preserve things, that we would no longer be the people who existed on this earth. We are the original people.
No doubt.
We are the original man to walk and conquer this land. And unless we have a knowledge of where our people come from, who we are, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, what avenues that we have to be able to utilize, we're not going to be able to maintain and make it. You got a lot of peoples right here in this community that I grew up in, which is the Riverview, Dale Street, Kingsport community, that have never left this community. They know nothing outside of this community. But at the end of the day, there are some of the most intelligent people that you can meet. They just don't know anything outside of this. But there is a whole big world out here, man, that we could sit out here and try to conquer and be able to, you know, do things out here and build on things. And my idea when I got there was I started learning business. Once I started learning business, I started understanding the aspect of people and how you have to deal with business. It's not always cool to be the toughest person on the block, because I think in my mind, I'm one of the toughest people on the block, one of the toughest people in Kingsport. But then you got generation after generation that comes up that becomes the tougher person on the block. And, you know, you have to move on past certain things, man, in order to grow and be something other than what you were before you went in or before you started what it was you were starting. Because at the end of the day, nobody ever gets rich in the drug game. So while you cats out here thinking that it's funny going to jail and letting these people take your life away from you, man, once you get my age, man, and you come out here and it's just good to be able to go in a grocery store and spend $1, then, man, you begin to understand, man, this is not a game. This shit is not a game. This shit is real. So, man, you know, saying that, man, like, it's always peace and love to all the cats out there, man. Like, I don't have no animosity towards any school of thought. I don't have no animosity towards any dude that's claiming organizations, gangs, any of that thing that y'all got going on. I don't have any kind of feelings towards that. The only thing that I can say is that, man, one day you will find peace, whether it's with the Creator in the graveyard, whether it's with the white man in prison, whether it's with these brothers out here that you think are your friends, or wherever it's at that you find this peace. One day you will find peace, brother. You will find peace. And if it takes you 30 years or 40 years and then your life flashes in your face, then that's what it is, man. But that's the life lesson. That's that mirror reflection that the Creator has put in your path for you to be able to learn where it is you need to be, what it is you need to be doing, how you need to be doing it, how much time it's going to take to get there, and then you know who your real peoples are. So
Hell yeah. So listen, you said one thing. I'm going to have to stop you real quick. You said one of my favorite words just now, and that's peace. So with peace, you know what I'm saying, I got to bring the peace right now. So what we're going to do is take this little brief intermission, because I got to give another shout out to my sponsor, Experienced Organic. See, I have a portion of all shows I do that I call Fuck Cancer and all the bullshit that come with it.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm a heavy advocate for the marijuana plant.
Yes, sir.
But to keep everything peace of where I'm at and everybody around me, I deal with CBD.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm here to fight the cancer. So what we're going to do right here, I'm going to bless y'all with a song from my homeboy, Taylor Joel. I'm going to fight this cancer a little bit. If you got you a drink, pull up. If you got you a little
That's
CBD, roll up, vibe
That's
with
right.
us. And then we're going to come back and we're going to keep building and we're going to add on. My man's got some more to tell you. Hopefully the youth right here is watching. They can grab this right here and learn something. Too much fighting and killing going on. It's time to add on.
That's right.
So with that said, let's get to it.
Sucker free.
I seen this bad little shawty about a week ago, and I think I saw her face again today. She was chilling with that girl that wear them pantyhose. I think I heard her say her name was PC May. Ooh, I think I'm impressed. Ooh, the way that she dressed, it feels like love at first sight. So now my homeboy said he knows a homegirl, and he said that he would try and introduce. He said that we can go and kick it with him Saturday. Oh girl, I really got a crush on you. Ooh, what's the deal with you? Ooh, I can't wait to chill with you. It feels like love at first sight. So today is the day we kick it, and I've anticipated all your moves. I do my homework, Taylor's older gentleman. I gotta do it so I come out smooth, girl. I'm not a player, I'm just crushing on you, my lady. Baby, I want you all to myself. Girl, you make my heart beat slow. There ain't nobody else that can make my heart beat. I'ma chase you down, baby, you're my Cinderella, my lady. We had a long conversation at her house. We was both a little nervous starting out. She was pleased with the way that I was talking, but inside I couldn't wait to work her out. Ooh, I think I'm impressed. Ooh, the way that she dressed, it feels like love at first sight. So I kinda got the feeling she was feeling me, and we can feel each other better off alone. We started off till we heard some loud knocking. It was an ex and his boys at the door. Ooh, what's the deal with you? Ooh, I really wanted to chill with you, but I'ma let you handle that. But then I got a call from her later on. She said I kicked him out, he was already gone. I hope him being crazy doesn't keep you gone, cause it was smooth how you came off on baby high. I'm not a player, I'm just crushing on you, my lady. Cause when birds fall in love, they gon' work it out, they gon' work it out. They might crash, they might burn, but they gon' work it out.
That's right. True Living Outdoors TV, baby. It's my man Taylor Joel. You know what I'm saying? Give that brother a big shout out for doing his thing in this area. He did everything, the beats, the hooks, the rounds, all that. All right, you kicking it with Just Ice, the Bream King, True and Living Outdoors, representing the Universal Talk Show. This is a live stream. If I could see more people chiming in and adding on, we'll open up a phone line and let y'all chat with us. But we ain't gonna do all that, until we see a bunch of people tapping in. So I'm kicking it with my brother, Big Tone.
Peace.
He's trying to let the youth know right now, you might want to wise up and rise up, because you don't want to end up where he just came from.
That's right.
All right, so we was building on just in general having to live there, that lifestyle, whatnot. Few good times, a lot of bad times. Let me ask you this right here.
Yes, sir.
From the city jail, county jail, state penitentiary, federal penitentiary, the level of corruption, and is it any? I mean, I know that's a touchy topic. However, they make movies about it. There's stories about it. There's been cases about corruption. We know that it exists.
Brother, to be honest with you, in the federal prisons, a lot of politics. Like everything is basically governed by the inmates. Like the feds have no control over the prison system. The inmates have the control over the prison system. And when a problem arises, then the feds go to whatever car you're in and they deal with the people that's there to adjust the situation with whomever that this problem is with. So it's basically in the feds it's self-governed. When you in the state, it's more or less governed by the police, but governed by the inmates as well. You know, a lot of cats got a lot of influence when it comes to how they deal with situations. In the county jail, it's solely police control. You know, once you start to move up the different aspects of incarceration, you start to understand that certain people deal with certain things. You know, if you're in a Christian car, you know, the guy that's over the Christian car deals with the Christians. If you're in the Aryan brother car, the Aryan brothers deal with that. If you're in a solo white boy car, the solo white boy car over that car deals with that. If you're GD, then it becomes a coalition thing. If you're a Muslim, the imam and everyone deals with the situations that go on. The Sharifa, all of them, they deal with the situations that's going on inside of the prisons to regulate the things to keep it from being some kind of car crash, so we call it. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, once I moved up to the feds, it was a whole different ball game. You know, they so corrupt in the feds that they bring the drugs in to us and allow us to be who we are, so that way they don't have to do any work. So it's basically grown people babysitting. You know, they do their thing, man. We do our thing, man. And we stay out their way, they stay out our way, and that's how that's how it operates inside of a federal prison system. You know, I hate that it's like that. I hate that I had to explain it like that, but in a sense, that's how it is. You know, whatever you choose to learn inside of that box, inside of your own personal Christ cross, then that's what it is that you learn. If you choose not to learn anything, then you just don't learn anything. That's just how that works. You know, everything we do in life is a choice. So we deal with life choices in this situation, and that's what I learned out of all of this. You know, what we choose to do with our life, how we choose to utilize the things that we've learned, how we choose to, well, whatever path it is we choose to go down, then that's what it is. You know, if you don't choose a path, then I guess that you just don't choose a path. But I chose my path. And my path is, man, to be out here dealing with my son, dealing with my children, you know, trying to build on them, turn them into men, because at the end of the day, I never knew how to be a man. You know, it took me 46 years young to learn how to be a man. And, you know, I was raised by a woman who was my father, my sister, my brother, and everybody. She couldn't teach me how to be a man, so I learned it on the streets. The streets never taught me anything, you know. I lay here, I cried, I lied, damn near died in these streets, man. But shit, at the end of the day, I became a better person, and I wouldn't change none of it because I wouldn't be the man that I am today.
Yeah, that's what's up, my man. I'm glad to see you learned your lesson. You know what I'm saying? Because real talk, I want everybody to know, pardon me, that ain't no goddamn COVID cough. That's a cannabis cough. So, I know how everybody looking at that. That's another show for another day, because I know they're ready to get at me on that.
That's right.
But check this out, though. For any of you watching right now, tell them what they are going to have to deal with soon as they walk through the doors on a
Well,
let's do it like this. On a cause they don't understand the levels to this shit yet. You feel what I'm saying?
yes, sir.
They thinking it's just gonna go to Bluntville or be on the TV show Southern
Yes,
Justice,
sir.
and they think it stops right there. They don't understand
Yes, sir.
that 5 minutes in booking can turn into 30 years in prison.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to go deal with them folks for nothing.
Yes, sir.
So
Well,
explain to the youth what to expect soon as you walk in. Because I want them to know the difference. Tell them what it's like when we got arrested and you walk into the downtown city jail.
man, the downtown city jail ain't nothing. Don't let me lie to you. Downtown city jail, all they do is wait for Blumple to come get you. You go there, you strip. They take you and put you in max 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, A, B, C, or D, or F, or whatever that's upstairs. And, then you stay there for a few months, But when you go to the feds,
Hold on. You said Bluntville. Tell the people what Bluntville is.
Blumple is the county jail,
Okay.
Sullivan
Sullivan County.
That's
Jail.
Sullivan County Jail, But once you go into the feds, man, once you get there, they take you, they strip you, they put your face on a facial recognition.
Okay, hold on. Because we got a level we got to go through.
Yes, sir.
So they go downtown to the city jail.
From the
And,
city.
I'm gonna tell you how I was when I first walked in the city jail. And your very first time ever walking in, you don't know what's on the other side. I was nervous, but then soon as I got out the car and walked in the actual cells, I immediately got confident. Like, okay, bam, this ain't shit. But I didn't know that it could get worse because I was like, oh, I'm in here by myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta
Yes,
worry
sir.
about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And so you get comfortable.
Yes, sir.
All right. Then you go, and I'm gonna be real with you. Even talk some shit down there in the city.
Yes, sir.
Telling them drunk people, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep, because down in the city, I noticed that's where they come on the intercom a lot and fuck with you and be like, Bubba waiting on you in the state penitentiary.
Yes,
3
sir.
3 a.m, trying to hype you up. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And then, so going to Bluntville, I knew it'd be more people. But what fucked it up is I'm up here thinking it's like the city.
See, it's different when you're in Blumple, brother, because you got your homeboys and your partners there. You got dudes that you grew up with, dudes that's from your town, that's from your city, that's representing the sport or Blumpville or whatever the fuck it is they represent. But when you get to the feds, you got a whole bunch of different nationalities.
Okay, hold on. Because the feds is the juicy part.
That's right.
Because I want to add this in. I love all my people in my neighborhood.
That's
I
right.
even got it tatted on my arms.
That's right.
But I hated doing time with my people from my neighborhood, bruh. Up in Bluntville. I'm just going to be real with you. This ain't nothing to brag on, but I went to the city 7 times, Bluntville 4 times. And out of 4 times, only one of the times was cool. It was a couple times, like I said, man, it was just like, wow, this shit really is changing your homies. Like,
Yeah.
they going at each other in here
Respect.
harder than they was going out on the street. Like, you would think
Respect.
some of them wasn't even beefing. Like, why you doing that to your man?
Respect.
All right, so now we in the county. You might thump a bit, right?
Respect.
In the city, I don't think you're going to have to goddamn square up. But in the county, that's where, okay, you're going to deal with a knuckle game.
Respect.
But I've never been to the county, our county anyway, and had to deal with weapons. Not saying that none ever been in there or nothing like that. But so once I started seeing that, by me being who I am, I immediately said, man, if I have to go to penitentiary, it is not going to be, because once I got comfortable in Bluntville, I was like, okay, it ain't going to be, it might be a different transition to the state. Now, I never had to go. What's that transit? Okay, tell these young boys you in the middle I know this for sure. You be in the middle of the night in Bluntville, sleep. 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear them guards holler, such and such, such and such.
Pack your shit.
Let's go, that train rolling.
Yes, sir.
All right, so tell them brothers, the train, where it takes you, and what you walking into.
Well, listen here, brother. from this aspect of life, brother, you know, I took a different route than most cats would take. So I'm gonna say it like this. You know, when I got I was the trustee. You know, I served breakfast and everything in Blumpville, Sullivan County Jail. You know, to the inmates that was there, I served the trays. But when I got my number called, you know, I went from Blumpville to Morgan County straight to the gang unit because I was STG, which is a security threat group, gang affiliation, which was Gangsta Disciple Nation.
Okay,
You
hold
know.
on. So there's another route than the train.
There's a whole nother route. There's several different routes. You know, once you jump off that bus, you know, it's a thing when you jump off that bus and you going into the facility. They put you into something that's called behavior mod because they want to know who you are, where you're from, who you deal with, what kind of person you are. So you deal with behavior mod. And in behavior mod, they then determine where you go from behavior mod. So, you know, you might spend a few months in transit, which is the transition part of you going from the county jail to the prison system in order for them to understand where they need to place you at in order to keep you from being killed, screwed, punked the fuck out, whatever it is that they feel like is going to happen to you in prison there. And so they put you there to find out where it is that they're going to send you, you know. And in my situation, I went from the county jail to Morgan County, which is a observation part of your prison sentence, to a gang unit. You know, the best thing I can say to the youngsters is, man, everybody who think they gangsters, you know, you always find somebody who's tougher than you. And, you know, when you get out there and you get to thinking that people are playing, there's a lot of people who don't have that thing, who ain't never getting out. And so when they feel like that you've disrespected them, they are going to deal with you. You know, I hate that we have to go through this generation after generation, you know, with our children, because when I was growing up, you know, everybody on the block could whoop your butt. You know, now if you whoop a kid's butt, you going to jail for whooping the kid's butt. And the kids got more control over you now than what they had then. You know,
And that kid is dead wrong too.
and he could be in the wrong. Yeah,
He could be
like
breaking
this
in
brother
your house.
said.
He
Yeah,
could be breaking in your house.
yes, sir.
I can attest to that because I can tell a story.
Yes, sir.
I've seen this happen to me.
Yes, sir.
I get in trouble down the street. Somebody that's not even an auntie or nobody, just a good friend of the family, bust my ass.
Yes, sir.
Now to keep in mind, this before cell phones, this for goddamn Instagram direct messages and all that shit.
Yes, sir.
And we just in a 1 block square radius. Y'all don't get it twisted. Out of 50-some thousand total population in the city, only like 2,000 is black.
Yes, sir.
So we all was bunched up over in this little 1 square mile circumference. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So you could be on Carver Street, do something, get a whooping. You automatically are running home because you're embarrassed.
And get your butt whooped when you get there.
And by the time you get home, I don't know how the hell your mama or your grandmama was waiting on you with a belt or a switch,
Yes, sir.
and you got another one, and then you had to go back and apologize because she had to give you a whooping.
Yes, sir.
You down here acting all up.
Yes, sir.
Now, someone can, and the law, this is how the law set up here in Tennessee. Now someone can break in your home. And if you beat his ass or kill him, you getting charged.
Yes, sir.
They say that if you have any conscience to do that to the intruder, you have just as much energy and conscience to call the police for them to come save you.
Yes, sir. But let me chime in and add on to this. Now, to start out with, you know, we all know the difference between right and wrong, you know, and it's a lot of things out here now that wasn't out here when we was out here then. You know, it's not a lot of things for kids to do around here in Kingsport, Tennessee. But, you know, we are the creators of our own personal success or demise. And as long as we are creators, we have the power to choose what it is we want to do. You know, a lot of the cast, man, like I still run around here now, man. When I see the ice cream truck come through here and I hear that ding, 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 ding sound, ding, 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 you know, I try to get out here on the block with the money that I've worked for, not hustle for, but work for. And if I see children out there, I buy ice cream for them, because I understand now that when we were younger, you know, people would do that for you. They would, man, buy whatever it is you needed. If you didn't have it, your neighbor might have it for you. So if we don't love our neighbor as we love ourselves, then we got a serious issue going on. Because at the end of the day, man, you're not gonna accomplish anything. The children out here, man, are the future of everything that we have going on. If we don't make these kids, teach these kids, show them how to do it, and then guide them in the right direction, we won't have a future, because the future is in them. You know, we gonna die, and they gonna still be here. At the end of the day, man, they're here to preserve the life that we have and the legacy that we have left for them to be able to, you know, consciously move into. You know, I give big ups to my brother over here, you know, on the other side, man, on a screen that has, man, went through the things that certain people could probably not even comprehend what's going on. I comprehend it because I lost my mother in 2016 to cancer, colon cancer. You know, they told me 4 months before my mother died that she was dying. This was the best friend I ever had in my life, you know. Been the only person who ever loved me unconditionally, be outside the rims of who people thought that I was. Yo, I got a heart, you know. I ain't no gangster. I'm just Tony. You know, at the end of the day, I done been out here in these streets. But by me being out here in these streets, it never taught me anything. The only thing it taught me what and how to do was to go to jail. You know, and once you get to jail, you don't learn anything there because there's no education there. There's only limited classes that you can involve yourself into. And unless you want to get a trade and get out here, man, and have a career, then you're not doing anything. Anybody can get a job, and a job is nothing. But if you don't have a career and something that's going to have some kind of substance to it, man, then it's all useless, man. You know, we could work for a whole lifetime and get fired after 20 or 30 years of being somewhere. But then, you know, you're not accomplishing anything, but you just got fired from somewhere that you've been for 20 or 30 years. Once you got a career, you can take that career anywhere that you want to go, and you can make something out of it, man. It's just how you choose to reflect on yourself. You got to reflect on yourself. If you do not do that, then there is a problem. Look in the mirror every day, man, and just say, man, you know, I love myself. Because if you don't look in the mirror every day and say that you love yourself, man, then you're not knowing where you're headed. Like, life is a mere reflection. Everything we see, we become. So whatever you've seen in your life, that's what you have become. Whatever you're exposed to in your life, that's the things that you have become. Those are the people that you are. You know, at the end of the day, if you identify with a drug dealer, you become a drug user. And anybody in the world can tell me that's not the truth, but I've seen it. I've seen the coldest drug dealers in this town and outside of this town, and other dudes that's from different countries. But they become the user who they are, the dealer. So, hey, man, at the end of the day, man, work hard, man, save hard, man, because that's what I'm utilizing. That's the things that I'm working towards. Work hard, save hard. It took me 46 years of young to learn this. But hey, work hard, save hard. Because at the end of the day, when I go to work every day at Riverfront Seafood, and I respect Russell and his wife, Selena, I respect them for the people who they choose to look at me and see who I am. Even though they know my background and my history, they still treat me like family. So that's my family, you know, Riverfront Seafood. At the end of the day, I respect everyone. You know, I ain't trying to be no thug. I ain't trying to be no gangster. I ain't trying to be nothing but Tony. At the end of the day, man, yeah, everybody who think that this shit is a game, yeah, y'all gonna figure it out, man. When you get to playing around with that county and we get to playing around with them feds, they got something for you, man. 85% ain't no joke, man. I promise you. Shit, once you do 100% of 10 years, once you do 100% of 20 years, your life is gone.
Over.
You know? So.
Over.
If you don't love your kids and you don't love your people, there's something wrong. When you say that you love your mother, you look at her and you love her unconditionally because this is the woman that birthed you. This is the woman who would take the clothes off her back to make sure that you had the things that you need in life. You know, I didn't see that. I went to jail. She died in 2016 from cancer. I could not even go to her funeral. You know, I dropped the ball because this is the same woman that would give me the underwear off her ass, the clothes off her back, the pants off her body, the shoes off her feet. If I was cold, she would give me the food out of her mouth if I was hungry. But I didn't understand the importance of that because I thought that I was, well, let me rephrase that. I was wanting to be something that I was not, which is a wannabe. And, you know, if you want to be something, you know, be something that's be something or someone who's successful. Be someone or something that is a product of the community. Be someone or something that can help someone when they're down. Be a person who can help someone, you know, do things that they wish that they could do, the dreams that we wish we had. You know, what did you want to be when you was growing up? Snoop Dogg said a fireman. But shit, at the end of the day, a lot of us just want to be gangsters because shit, at the end of the day, that's the only thing we identify with. But there's got to be something else in this life that you want to be besides a fucking gangster. Because at the end of the day, a fucking gangster ain't nothing but either a homosexual, a drug addict, a liar, a thief, a bitch, or shit, he just is what he is. And that's just how that goes, man. You know.
Do they end up telling too?
They end up telling. They end up snitches, faggots, bitches, you know, all of that. They end up all of that, man. You know, the gangsters, they end up that shit. They end up faggots, gangsters, drug addicts, drug dealers, all of that shit. They end up that, man. You know, at the end of the day, shit ain't none of that shit. Nobody that's successful, because the only person that's getting rich is the government. Because once they get your shit that you done hustle for, they gonna take your shit. They gonna take it, auction it off, and give it to their kids, they people, they community, and everything else. So they laughing at you. Ha ha, those niggas there. Thank you for being that nigga who sold those drugs. You know.
Let me add this on too real quick.
Yes, sir.
We're not here to offend nobody.
No, sir.
With the choice of
sir.
labels that's used. Because listen.
No, sir.
We are old school, but we understand it is that cancel culture and all that. We're not here to offend nobody.
No, sir.
However, that's out here in the free world.
Yes, sir.
Inside, I don't think there's no anti-letters law where you can't say what, you know, some of the words my man just used to describe what happens to individuals in there. Because in there, you may be the F-A whatever ever word.
Yes, sir.
Out here, we understand that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? We're not disrespecting nobody. Let me just go and say that. Because this the You and I versus All talk show where all voices matter.
Yes, sir.
So we're not here want you to think that, you know, start hollering, you know, they're homophobic. Nah, my man is telling you the raw truth. You don't get to be transgender in prison. In prison, you get treated way different than in there. Just like out here, it's not politically correct for us to keep calling each other niggas.
No, sir.
But in prison, bro, you're going to get called that and ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
I'm going to say if I ever offend anybody by anything I say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I'm here for. I'm only here to teach life lessons. You know why? Because I've been there. I was an alcoholic at 10, a drug addict at 17. You know, I'm a fiend. I understand the aspects of everything, man. I done the crack. I done the cocaine. I done the acid.
I won't cut your wisdom. Let me let me tell the youth this right here. If we do use those kind of words,
yes, sir,
and they offend you, that ought to tell you damn sure right now, and you don't need to do what you're doing and ending up in a place like that.
Yes, sir.
Because you ain't gonna make it.
Yes, sir.
If that word offends you and you feel like your rights have been violated,
yes, sir,
then you definitely do not need to be out in these streets.
Yes, sir. You know,
because that ain't flying up in there. They calling you, the inmates, the goddamn guards, you getting tested they like immediately, bro. Our eyes is on the new kid, and people don't understand that. These kids don't understand that. They hear these rappers talk all that mess, and don't realize they trying to entertain you, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yo, I'm gonna say this one more time. You know, I learned a lot from Larry. You know, Gang Cyber Nation. I learned a lot from Allah. You know, 5%ers. I learned a lot from the More Science Temple of America. I learned a lot from the FOY brothers, the NOI brothers. I learned a lot from the Rastafari community. I learned a lot from the Judas. I learned a lot from the Pentecostals. I learned a lot from the Christians, you know, but I did not understand anything about the Creator until I learned to understand who the hell self was. And in order for us to manage and maintain what we're going to do, we got to learn who we are. And so, you know, as I said, I never come to offend anybody. I only come here to teach you, you know, because I've learned the hard way. And the hard way is not always the best way. So when I come respectfully and in peace. I never come to offend you. I never come to come at you. You know, if you want to choose to be a drug dealer, if you want to choose to be a faggot, if you want to choose to be a gangster, if you want to choose to be a man, however you choose your life is your life lesson, because eventually you will come to pay the motherfucking piper, which is the Creator. No man lives without dying. And so once you learn that life and death are the sleeping brother and sister to each other, you'll never learn anything. So how you choose your life and how you choose your death is your own destiny. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not putting you down. I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying that I have the information. And if you want the information, I'm always free. You can always hit me up at 865-801-3173. I'm going to give you my number. The reason why I'm doing that is because
we ain't hiding.
I've been there. I'm not hiding anywhere.
Outside.
I've been there. I'm
Indeed.
right here for you. You need help with Section 8. I'm familiar with all of that. You need help with business. I'm familiar with all of that. You need help with money. I can direct you into the people who have foundations that will allow you to be able to come there and help yourself when you don't know how. So, you know, I'm with all of that. And, you know, I deal with Gangsta Cyber Nation. I deal with the Ghetto Youth Nation. I deal with brothers who's out in Texas who's dealing with, you know, better project communities, all of that. So, as I said, man, I come in peace and I leave in peace. I never come to disrespect. I never come to say anything bad about anybody that's in the community, because I love my community. I love Riverview community. I love Dale Street community. I love Kingsport, period. You know why? Because shit, this is the only thing that I've ever known in my lifetime. It's the only thing that ever loved me back. You know, the streets loved me when nobody else did. You know, but I'm no gangster. I'm just Tony. You know, at the end of the day, shit, I love everybody. Anybody ever need my help, I'm out here. I'm here to help you. You know, I got some things going on at Christmas time, man, for the kids. If people need money to help for their kids, you know, I work my ass off. I'm working there, but I donate money. I donate money to the kids who do not have, or their parents are not able to help them get the presents that they need. But I'm here for you, man, and I want you to know that. So when you see this podcast, man, like I said, my number is 865-801-3173. I will give you anything that I have.
Check. I'm going to put all that up there when I post-produce this jump, because we live right now.
That's right.
But you know I'm going to play with my little machines and stuff.
That's right.
So check us out. It's time for another break here. Got to give a shout out to Experience Organics, my man Rob Williams over in Johnson City, him and his wife Brittany. Insta Tweed Life 423. Experienced Organics at gmail.com. I'm telling you, they grow it on this rich, beautiful East Tennessee soil.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They take precious time. I think my man Rob even sometimes be singing to his plants. You know what I'm saying? Pardon self. So with that said, make sure you hit them up. Experience the Organics. This is part 2 of the Fuck Cancer edition.
That's right.
All right, so before we get into it, I'm gonna play another song for y'all, just in case you joining us right now. Go get you a drink. If you want to roll up your,
That's right.
your CBD, because Experienced Organics bless me, and
That's
I'm
right.
damn sure great fight this cancer.
That's right, brother.
Because in this small town, it's hard for me to get to build with brothers like this, because all minds ain't one, or in the, at least going in the same direction. The brother said he dealt with a lot of school of thoughts, and I'm here to tell y'all.
There's only one school of thought.
Well, hold on. Let me add on real quick.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get my little spiel in,
That's right.
because I want people to understand what love really means. Some of the school of thoughts my brother named, I may not agree with.
That's right.
However, the knowledge that he gets and how he makes it born, which is today's math, if it's born alive, then it's going to complete a cipher.
That's right.
If it's born dead, then that's when I know I'm not going to deal with him. So he wouldn't even be on my platform. And I ain't like my platforms all that, but it's mine. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It's mine. So I'm the boss.
That's right.
So if I bring somebody on here, that means I feel like they definitely going to add on. All right. So we're going to get back into some more heavy topics. We also going to talk about some fun stuff. So real quick, just want to ask you this real quick, brother.
Yes, sir.
Not no jail shit.
Yes, sir.
We talking about some street shit.
Yes, sir.
Me and you both 46 years old.
That's right. Classmate.
So is it safe to say that every year you got of experience on the block that I have too? Would you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You
so,
one of the realest dudes I know. You my brother. I love you.
Okay. So with
You know
that,
what I'm saying? You been out here in the struggle. You know, a lot of cats ain't been in our struggle, brother. And even though we grew up in two different sections of the section, you still one of the realest dudes I know. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just want to ask this.
Yes, sir.
Well, who was the illest brother in the hood you ever
C
seen
Bly.
shooting that dice?
Bly. C Bly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just Dice Production. C
I
Bly.
used to be on that. See, back in the day, we used to shoot dollars. Like,
Yeah.
these brothers don't understand.
Nah, stop that. We used to shoot quarters. We pitched quarters in DB bathroom, brother.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna get to that. Like, because we have a little fun right here. Let me tell them a story while we fuck this cancer.
That's right. Fuck cancer, nigga.
You know. All right. So back in my day, his day, everybody was trying to find what they was good at.
That's right.
And I'll go ahead and tell you, when it come to hustling and slanging,
Yes.
that wasn't really my forte, because we sold
Basketball, man.
Well, we talking streets. We ain't gonna talk about
Alright.
that because
Alright.
that basketball, they don't want that. That's a whole different, bruh. But listen, out on these streets, trying to get in the game, like hustling this, that, and the other, it didn't work for me. For one, we so tight. It's half family, so it's a lot of people. For one, you don't want to serve to.
Yes, sir.
And then for two, the ones buying it, it's pick and choosing favorite, because they're gonna go with their the people they got a little more relationship with. It wasn't like just cause you had the best that they all gonna come to you. They'll go over here to their peoples for some okay. Because it was more loyalty. That's the way I was seeing it. So I figured out early that slanging
brother.
with me. But
Can I identify you, brother? Since you trying to identify, can I identify you, brother? Who I think you are to me? I just need to do that, because this is a thing, man, that we have to let motherfuckers know what the real shit is. At the end of the day, listen, you only get around so many real people in your life. Everybody ain't hustlers, everybody ain't gangsters, everybody ain't none of that. But this has been one of the realest dudes, man. Like, when it come to music, loving the family, loving the block, loving the kids, all of that. He been a hustler. He been out there,
shoot dice,
all of
bro.
that. He been a dice dealer.
That's
He been
it.
all that shit. But at the end of the day, look, man, the man got a heart, and without love, we ain't got shit. So, I mean, we could be anything we want to be in this lifetime, but without love, we ain't shit. So I'm saying that to say this, man. Shit, I got a lot of respect for the dude. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here right now. You know, I know he a dude that's a certain kind of way. I'm a dude that's a certain kind of way. And dealing with that, this is my brother from another motherfucking mother. Y'all got to respect this shit.
Yeah, so let me tell y'all how Rivy was back when we was, because it had different eras where I'm pretty sure the brothers older than me when they turned 18. All right, and speaking of 18, the way our neighborhood set up, the main street is Lincoln Street, where everything go down.
That's right, Martin Luther King.
Yeah, they changed it to Martin Luther King. Now there was a rule in the neighborhood: if you was not 18 years old,
you couldn't come to the hood.
Do not cross the street. Now, and when I say literally cross the street, they meant it. Like, you could be standing on one side of Lincoln Street,
yes, sir,
but do not step in the road. I'm telling you,
ass beat.
You gonna get your ass whooped. All right, listen,
ass beat.
People think I'm tripping. You could be 17 years old and turn 18 tomorrow. You can't come over there till tomorrow. I want y'all to understand that. So when each era turned 18 and it was their time for that generation to come on the block, they all came and it was a different energy. All right, so here's what our energy was. They bumping Bone Thugs and Harmony hardcore on the block in
That's
the
right.
speakers. You know what I'm saying? MC Breed, things like that.
Yes, sir.
So like I was telling y'all earlier, I wasn't no good at trying to find my way with the hand over fist, man. I'm telling y'all something. A car would pull up back in the day, and it was so many people out there hustling. You might see 15 brothers run up to that car, and I'll be trying to slang they shit. For real. It was hectic. So I sat back, and I said, okay, I like dice, I like pool, and I like cards. So I figured out, sit back, hang out on the block, let everybody make their money, and then crank up a dice game about 2 a.m.
That's right.
and even go so far as to say something like, Tony, can I borrow $1? Because we used to shoot dollars. Brothers wasn't shooting 20s and fading 50s and fading 100s and shooting. You know, these youngins nowadays, I think that's what fucks them up.
Yeah.
They get it too fast. I mean, I've seen brothers here recently, motherfuckers shooting for $14,000 on a roll down here on the street.
What?
I mean, if you do that wherever you at, that's cool. But bruh, they could have did that back in the day. But it was more about, we use dice as a fellowship.
That's right.
To kick it, to smoke, and pass some time and
That's
have
right.
fun. So I'd be like, Tony, let me borrow $1. He'd be like, you about to go shoot some dice, ain't you? And then at first they'd be like, here's $1. And swear you not, by the end of the dice game, brother might have $1,000.
So all right, get your money back.
I've
Get
even
money
so
back
check
on
this
it.
out. I'm gonna tell you how grimy it was for your boy when I first started. I borrowed $1, make a rack, and only get a brother his $1 back.
That's peace, bro. That's
so,
peace.
So when my brother was talking about we used to bet with change. So here's how you can tell when the dice game's over. We used to shoot dollars. So when a brother get down to his last fade, he'll drop 4 quarters.
Yeah.
And I've seen brothers have like $1,000 betting dollars now.
Yes, sir.
You got to think that's a long ass dice game when you betting $1 and you make 1,000. I've seen brothers have all that bread,
Yes, sir.
get all the way down to 4 quarters, and leave with everybody. So as soon as a brother dropped 4 quarters down, you knew it was over with. But I just want to tell that story. That's where I found my niche. And then, of course, shooting pool, playing motherfucking cards. And then, like he says, at basketball, I'm that brother in the neighborhood. When you out of town, motherfuckers come in town.
That's
I'm going to get it to you however you want it. If you want to play horse for $100 a shot, on the outside go with double rims,
C-Bly.
come on with it. If you want to play one-on-one,
C-Bly.
come on with it. 2-on-2, 3-on-3,
Brown
5-on-5. Bro, organized basketball, street basketball. Hey, like Tupac and Josie, how do you want it, nigga?
McFly love you, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we just talking our little shit. So speaking of my boy McFly, you know what I'm saying?
Bonky nigga, I miss you.
Let me go ahead and play this joint because I love this song so much. We gonna fuck cancer to this. I love this song
Fuck
so
cancer,
much
nigga.
because my man made this joint. It has an old school feel, but what he's saying in it, I feel him. Cause see, this the Universal Talk Show, but I'm getting ready to come with that Kicking It With Your Kinfolk podcast. The co-host is my brother Bunky.
That's right.
Slim Pickin' McFly.
Yeah.
And to give y'all a little introduction, like I said, get your drink. Get your motherfucking whatever you want, your little vice. This is called Kinfolk. And if you got somebody you love, like I love this brother right here, my kinfolk, let's get it in. This is for you. Let go.
That's peace.
I'm bout it. Kinfolk, you bout it. Bounce, 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 fool. I know you bout it. Let's run it. Got all my niggas about that life, you feel me? We CDL soldiers. I thought I told you. My partner, my G, my ace, my fam, my kinfolk. My kinfolk. We drink, we smoke, we thump, get crunk. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. We Jews, get money. I'm jumping on the post. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. She treat, she ride, she keep on my quiet. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. I'm on one, I'm on two, I'm on three. Can't stop me. I smoke strong, I smoke loud, I smoke gas. Can't stop me. I'm presidential. In my residential, we ride together, die together, keep it confidential. Cradle to the grave, they sleeping while I'm preaching. Am I my brother's keeper? I'm the reverend, he the deacon. Pass the plate, let's take up offering, get that
Money.
I got three with me, that's 300.
100.
My pop, my G, my ace, my fam, my kinfolk. My kinfolk. We drink, we smoke, we thump, get crunk. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. We Jews, get money. I'm jumping on the coast. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. She treat, she ride, she keep on my quiet. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. If opportunity not let me in. Say hello to all my haters, let them in. My kinfolk got that licky, blow me in. I need that work, I want the stuff for me, she get them in. If opportunity not let me in. Say hello to all my haters, let them in. My kinfolk got that licky, blow me in. I need that work, I want the stuff for me, get them in. I'm gone till November, park my Chevy in his driveway. Carpool with the kids, we hit Six Flags on a Sunday. He scoop my bitch up, hit them all, they fuck with her the long way. Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada, damn, it's been a long day. My brother, my keeper, no Nino, G-Money, no bitches, no money, come between us, 100, 1,000, G-Code, 4 wheels, we roll, 4 flats, we stroll. I got your man like a spider call. My G, my ace, my fam, my kinfolk. My kinfolk. We drink, we smoke, we thump, get crunk. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. We Jews, get money. I'm jumping on the coast. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. She treat, she ride, she keep on my quiet. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. If you fuck with me the long way, I fuck with you the long way. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. If that nigga keep it 100, he'll ride till he die. That's your kinfolk. That's your kinfolk. Tell that nigga, man, I fuck with you the long way, the strong way. My kinfolk. We kinfolk. I ain't never fucked her, think I love her, she my nigga. She my kinfolk. She my kinfolk. If you fuck with me the long way, I fuck with you the long way. My kinfolk. My kinfolk. If that nigga keep it 100, he'll ride till he die. That's your kinfolk. That's your kinfolk. Tell that nigga, man, I fuck with you the long way, the strong way. We kinfolk. We kinfolk. I ain't never fucked her, think I love her. She my nigga. She my kinfolk. My kinfolk.
Yeah. That's my main man, God dog, Boogie McFly.
Hey, Fly.
Kicking it with your kinfolk podcast. We getting it together. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, first let me let everybody understand this. I know folks is probably like, man, this brother goddamn, he got everything going on.
That's right.
Well, this is like goddamn the black NBC motherfucker. I got goddamn late night news. I got morning time talks. I got a podcast, a fishing show, a cooking show. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, come check us out. True and Living Outdoors TV. We're going to be broadcasting live. We might get on the schedule, you know, but right now, just check us out. When we get spared of moments, we just come in here and build.
That's
like
right.
This ain't formatted. This ain't scripted. I don't have a sheet of paper in front of me with questions to ask him. He didn't get the chance to prep for these questions. We just making it up as we go. We just talking history with y'all. Hoping you see. Like everybody, if you watching, I'm hoping if you over 18, you done sat your kids down and told them, y'all need to watch these two brothers. Even if you just want to listen to us for a minute. All right. Brought to you today by Experienced Organics. Find them at experiencedorganics@gmail.com.
That's right.
Instagram at TweedLife423. Facebook, Experienced Organics. Owned by Rob Williams, his wife Brittany. And when I tell you that they take it from knowledge to born and back to knowledge.
That's right.
They grow this junk, process, package it, and make sure that it's right and exact. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, hit them up, 423-794-7423. They in Johnson City, Tennessee. They keep me right with the CBD. So like I said, I'm going to scream it till I die. Fuck cancer, all the bullshit that come with it. And anybody that feel different. You know what I mean? Because y'all wasn't sitting right there having a... Matter of fact, right now, you ain't even got chemo running through your blood to be telling somebody else what they need to do to save their own life.
Hey, listen.
You know?
Let me cut you off for a second. Hey, brother. You know, I was gone for 12 years. You one of the best brothers I've ever had in my lifetime, man. You know, I never knew that you had that. I never knew that's what you was going through or none of that. Now that I learned this thing from watching you on Facebook, like my heart is, I ain't gonna say my heart hurts because you are a strong individual, man. But I'm gonna say that it kind of saddens me, man, because, you know, we don't understand what people go through or none of that. But to have to face this type of situation with my brother, it saddens me, man, because I wish I had done things different. You know, at the end of the day, I'm here with the brother. Anytime the brother called me, I'm gonna come here. I don't care what it is. The brother say he hard, the brother say he tired, whatever it is, I'm gonna come here. Because, man, you only come across a few dudes that's your friends, but you only come across a few brothers that's your brother for real. That's my brother for real. So anytime you ever call me, it ain't about money. It ain't about nothing else other than shit, brotherly love. I generally love this man as a man because I know the man that he is. You know what I'm saying? Take care of his kids. It's a man that's taking on being a father individual, you know. So anybody that's got anything that's negative to say about this brother, I ain't trying to hear it because I know who he is. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to know who he is, you got to talk to him, sit down and analyze this brother and get inside of what this brother got going on. So when we say fuck cancer, we mean that shit, bro. We mean that shit. Fuck cancer.
Tell him again, my boy.
Mean that shit. Fuck cancer. Because it ain't going to take my brother out. For real.
And let me say this too. people got to start coming back outside and dealing with each other
Yes, sir.
as with each other. Cause what I'm seeing is Facebook is how we dealing with each other socially. And like he said, there's no way that you're going to read anything I post on social media. I don't care if I post a day's mathematics on social media. You are not going to see what it's about because it's only giving mouth to ear.
That's right.
You got to walk and talk with a brother. And then if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, like you said something that a lot of brothers are scared to say is that, I love you as a man.
Yeah.
Bruh, that's the highest form of understanding.
Yes, sir.
And I think, like I said, that Facebook has people where, even social media, I think that's where the kids getting it from because they ain't seeing nothing real, bro. Everybody, I don't listen. I don't give a fuck what you say. Even me, before I cut that camera on, there was a small little checklist I got because I want to present myself at a minimum standard. You see what I'm saying? So these brothers see the bullshit. It's easy to talk shit and beef with somebody on the internet, on the IGs and shit. And then what happens, you run into the brother, now you shooting up shit because you don't want that smoke.
Yes, sir.
See, that's why I can only attest to how brothers was in our era.
See,
Yeah, your feelings might get hurt if you got that jaw tapped or got that eye dotted.
but you went back and that was still your boy.
You had respect too.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't have to worry about that no more because motherfuckers knew you were solid. And the purpose
That's
of
right.
that was because let me tell y'all this.
It was community based.
The Ku Klux Klan's initiation back in the day used to be to sneak in the back, go all the way down to the far end of Lincoln Street, and they'd get on the truck, they'd ride through real fast and start hollering, "Fuck niggers," whatever.
Like you niggers.
and if they made it out of Riverview, they passed initiation.
Most time the crackers got their ass whooped though on some serious
There's
shit.
a lot of times that truck didn't make it out of Riverview.
Yeah, them crackers got their ass whooped.
Man,
Sorry.
that truck's been set on fire before.
Love you crackers, but you still get your ass whooped.
Coming over here with that shit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, y'all need to learn from us. I'm fortunate to still be everything we going through. I'm still fortunate to be out here because, like I said, bro, I got jammed at 18. I was 17 in college. Got jammed at 18. And they literally was trying to give us 35 years.
I remember, brother, we was on the same indictments when everybody got picked up. I got picked up. Shit, when you got picked up, you hear me? Shit, they indicted me. And guess what? I wasn't as fortunate as brother. I'm glad that he was fortunate because this is a smart individual. Like, man, I ain't gonna say I wish I was him. I'm not gonna say I wish I was like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got a lot of flaws. I still got a lot of this and a lot of that.
Shit,
but
we all do.
this brother, I wish I was like him.
I'm going to stop you right there.
I look up to you, brother. I love you.
Peace. I appreciate that. Love you too. But we alikes.
Yes, sir.
But you said it all in the beginning of the episode. You got to be you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And flaws and shit,
Yes, sir.
man, to me, someone might say that's a flaw.
Yes, sir.
But if I am who I say I am, I don't really give a damn what you saying. And my flaw to me might be a blessing.
That's right.
Or I'm so arrogant on this till.
Yes, sir.
My flaws are the blessings you're looking for.
That's right. But you know,
I know that may sound arrogant,
it don't.
but people need to, if you really can understand where I'm coming from,
It don't, because I'm arrogant myself. Like,
money, all that other bullshit,
yes, sir.
that don't make a man. Man make money.
That's right.
And if your life is, if success in your life is defined by your bank account and your property assets,
Yes, sir. It's a
then,
problem.
man, I just feel sorry for you.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Because like you say, I don't not appreciate getting in trouble at
Yes,
a
sir.
young age. You know, because it put me on a path that led me to be who I am, that led me to eventually meeting the mother that had my children. And if anything was to change back in the day, then that means my children may not be here. So I don't get upset about none of that. I actually appreciate it. I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of people went on to get college degrees. You know, they call themselves successful, to houses, to cars, and whatnot. However, I was able to learn something that I could teach my kid that wasn't taught to me.
That's right.
I did not have somebody that could tell me. Like I said, I never been to the pen or the feds.
That's right.
But I can tell my son what a jury trial is like when you
Yes,
sit.
sir.
Because, see, every time I went to Bluntville, I had to sit on the left side.
That's right.
And I could tell him what that feeling's like, looking at somebody deciding your fate. How you got to sit there and everybody else doing the talking. Much as you want to get up there and defend yourself, it ain't wise, because now you're getting ready to end up getting tricked up. Now you telling.
That's right. I can do that myself, sir, because at the end of the day, when I went to the feds, now let me get into the feds. We done went to the state. Okay. Now let's go to the feds. When I was sitting up there and that federal judge said the things that he had to say about me at sentencing, he told me that my mother was not a good mother because she could not control me. My mother sat in that federal courtroom and cried. And I stood up. And when I stood up, the federal agents came and they slammed me on the ground because they said that I should not stand up in front of that federal judge. But they were disrespecting my mother. And in my eyes, her being a woman, she did the best that she could to try to control a person like me. You know, I was a good dude. I just had bad choices, you know. But at the end of the day, it's a whole different world. And regardless of what courtroom that you're in, what jurisdiction that you're under, if you don't understand that we are a sovereign group of people, that we're really not under anyone's jurisdiction but ourselves. Once you go to jail and you sign your rights away, you become jurisdiction of the state. But until you do that, you're a free, sovereign, governed group of people as individuals, whether you're black or white. But once you give up those rights that you have as to being an individual, you're nobody. So that's what I learned by going to a federal prison. A federal prison taught me how to learn. And I'm thankful that I've learned this lesson. I'm not saying I'm grateful that I went to jail. That's the dumbest shit alive. Nobody in this world should ever want to go to jail. But once I got there and I learned to get those trades and I learned to deal with people as individuals, regardless of what color the fuck you are, then I became to understand that's what socializing is. You got to socialize with people in order to be individuals who you are. I mean, yeah, we ain't white, we black folks. So we should deal with our individual black people. But you have to have those white folks in order to maintain and manage what's going on in life because they control everything.
All right, let me add on. Hold on, let me say this off subject real quick. Dog and Pet Supplies on YouTube. Let me tell you something, bro. Get the hell on out of here if you think you're going to get up in the comments and start talking shit about my man.
Yeah.
The things we talking about and what we trying to do, and this is what you want to come on here and say, Snoop Dogg on a budget. Man, listen, get your corny ass the fuck up out of here with that bullshit, bro. But at the end of the day, thank you for the comment.
Dog and Supplies.
It helps with the algorithm. You know what I mean? Cha-ching. So, but yeah, keep those negative comments to yourself. And I can understand if we up here talking shit, if we throwing money in the air, we trying to pop big game, and then you want to say something like that. I get that, bro. Social media, I feel you. But to come on here and say some shit like that when this man is sitting up here sharing with you what he went through, so that if it don't keep but one kid out of jail, you understand, bro?
Hey, brother, can I chime in for a second?
Hell, clown ass motherfucker. Yeah, chime in.
Let me chime in on some real shit. Y'all really don't know me. and you know, you getting on social media with some fake shit, I'll come up there and burn that shit to the ground. I'm the realest motherfucker you'll ever meet in Kingsport. You better go to the police department and ask about Tony Singleton. I am
You
a
ain't
real
gotta go
live
there.
dude.
Check it. I feel you, fam. You ain't
But,
gotta go there.
Hey,
that's what
at the
they
end
do.
of the day, it's all peace and love. Like I love you for shitting on me, but at the end of the day, your kid will be the next kid who be the generation of fucking crackheads and cokeheads. So hey, while I'm sitting on here telling you what's been going on and what it is, hey, you can shit on me all you like, but at the end of the day, you don't know me, so you don't owe me. At the end of the day, you ain't me. You can't stop me because you're not me. So hey, at the end of the day, I love you. It's always peace, man. Look, you see me out in traffic, speak to me, tell me that you love me because I love you. And it ain't going to matter what you say about me because you ain't made me who I am. My mama did.
See, check this out. I'm not even gonna click on Buddy's profile, nothing to even see what he about. But I can see from your name, Dog and Pet Supplies. That'll be like me coming up on your shit saying you a goddamn ghetto ass pet smart motherfucker.
Yeah,
Shitting all on your shit and getting people not to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all got to start staying in your lane, man, and respect, bro.
People in Kingsport know me. I don't even gotta say who I am.
Man, this dude, I don't even know if it's dude from Kingsport or not. Like I said, I ain't even finna click on it. If you are from Kingsport and you doing that, you know, big ups to you. They have the circus every year. You can go be a clown.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't from Kingsport, man, you way where you at wanting to talk some shit when somebody adding on. You know what I mean? Yeah, lame. You know what I'm saying?
But I wouldn't even feed into the name of it.
Yeah, out of here. But anyway, man, monkeys don't stop a show. So you say let's get into the feds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you know, the feds got something for the brothers, man, you know. Like me, I got a trade, you know. I'm certified. I'm universal in you know, commercial heating and air, which is HVAC, you know. I'm certified in carpentry. I'm certified in a lot of things. So I got there, man, and I learned how to build things. I've been destroying so much my lifetime, and I learned how to build things. And so with me, I'm happy to be able to help someone else because I want to help. Like I just do. You know, when I was growing up, it wasn't nothing but Lysol drinkers and drunks. I grew up in a household of you know, 50-cent shots and alcoholics, drunks, drug addicts, all of that. But I'm glad my mother exposed me to that because anytime I see your face out here in the streets, I can identify with an alcoholic. I can identify with a drug addict, a junkie, a crackhead, all of that. At the end of the day, I'm here to help. I'm here to be an inspiration to you because, you know, I done been in that situation. I done been an alcoholic. I done been a junkie. I done been all of that. I done been a robber. I've been a gangster. But guess what? I'm just plain old Tony, man. And anytime somebody needs me, I'm there for them. You know why? Because I love my people. I don't give a damn who you are, what color you are, what kind of person you are. Anybody can have help and everyone deserves help. You know, because at the end of the day, we all got children out here. And without our children, you know, there's no preservation for our life. So I'm only here for the kids. I don't give a damn about what everybody got going on, who's the toughest motherfucker alive, what kind of shit y'all got going on, what the fuck life ain't gave you, what it is you can't maintain and manage. The only thing I give a fuck about is these kids, man, because I do love the kids. You know, I don't give a fuck about homosexuals, faggots, fucking none of that. I don't care about none of that shit because you got to deal with the creator when it comes to that shit that you dealing with in your life. So you just don't expose that to the kids, man.
Well,
let the kids get a choice in what they choose to be able to do in this lifetime.
True indeed. And so the kids getting a choice.
Yes, sir.
Now let's talk about something touchy real quick, and this will be our last topic, everybody, because we ain't, you know, like I said, I'm old school. I ain't finna get everything in one night.
Yes, sir.
I like to see the brother come back, not on another time, and be able to have some more content for y'all.
Yes, sir.
But All right, so let me, like I said, this ain't format. Let me see if I can remember my question like I want to ask it to you, my man.
Yes, sir.
All right. McDonald's is paying like $16 an hour.
21.
21.
Yes, sir.
Burger King is paying how much? About the same thing, I'd say.
About the same thing, about 18, 19, somewhere around in there.
How much was those two restaurants paying when we were?
Man,
18.
$7.50. $7.50. And I ain't say $7.50 because it's more than 50 and less than 60. $7.50.
I know that's
Shit.
right. So now, why is it not cool anymore? Because here's my thing. I'm going back. It took me 20 some years to get out of this mind state of the streets and shit. And I don't like doing anything. I sit in my house because I can't get pulled back up in it. Like, I don't need nobody hollering at me and stopping by here when they hit a lick and now I'm involved. Now I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Yes, sir.
I don't even like thinking about it. Feel me? So, but every now and then you have to, think about some things, bring them to light. So what's on my mind, my man, is $21 an hour.
That's a lot of money, brother.
Let's do the math.
I can already tell you.
Okay, check it.
So
If you work
it's like $1,700 to $1,800 every 2 weeks. You know why? Because I made about that much.
Okay, thank
So
you.
it's
Thank
like
you for that.
$1,700, $1,800 every 2 weeks.
Okay,
you know?
as an 18-year-old.
Yes, sir.
So that's equivalent to about $800 a week.
That's right.
Back in our day, see, this is why it's the part I don't like being drawn back in, because I don't want y'all to go do this shit. But some of you motherfuckers are going to do it anyway. At least be a little conscious about this shit. You cannot be out here and not working.
Nah. You
And
hustling, work.
and living better than the people that's trying to lock you up in their face. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Work.
In their face.
In they fucking face.
That's going to cause a motherfucker to feel it. If you think niggas is jealous on the block because you dealing with the freshest female, or you might have the illest car, or you got the nice gear, or you know what I mean, you just the center of attention, you getting all that love, that might be cool. But at the end of the day, you can't motherfucking sit out here and just be out there. See, we used to work first, hustle second. It was never all just, some of us just hustle 24/7. I ain't gonna front. Some of my homies ain't never worked a job. But at the end of the day, they working now because they took their hustle and they learned and it was able to get through the ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and they able to be businessmen now. You feel
That's right.
me? They done went and did their time, came home, had a little something saved. They were smart about that part of the game. But back in the day, listen, do you know, I'm going to tell you brothers or something. When you go to court, the way court is ran is through a timeline. They're going to place you somewhere. They're going to show another activity take place. They're going to show throughout the timeline how you was able to go be a part of that activity up until you got arrested. I've seen them fabricate timelines. So keep this in mind, youngster. When they come pick you up, it ain't for nothing you did yesterday. You gonna have to remember where you was at 3 or 4 years ago.
That's right.
The best way to counter that is to be at work.
Work
So
hard, save hard.
We was making $7.50 and was not too proud to put on a Burger King uniform and work 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., little funky 4 hours, and then go work McDonald's at night from 5 to 8, little funky 3 hours. So now when you go to court and they say, and they want to lie and say, well, on Tuesday at 7:30, you made a transaction. All you got to do is show them your clock in sheet. Y'all ain't understanding what I'm saying. I know some brothers just cause they worked and they got the time wrong on the timeline, the brother was probably guilty of hustling. But they wrote the wrong time on the indictment that conflicted with his timesheet. And he got to come home. So put the hustle second, because now you get a chance to make $1,700, $800 a week from one of them, which tells me you can make $1,600 a week. I know people that went to college and got master's degrees that don't make what that equals to a G a week, young brothers. It's $52,000 a year. And I know some people with degrees that don't make that much money. So it's really no reason for you to hustle. Because it ain't like it was back in the day where, see, you get arrested, the probation fee is $50. It's always been $50.
That's right.
So we had to hustle with work, produce a check stub to show that we working, just to keep them off our backs and still be broke. Y'all have a chance to not even deal with them people and go get to some money. Because I don't know what 18-year-old needs more than $800,000 a week anyway. Especially around here, and you still living with your mom, or you got family around here. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know too many 18-year-olds, Tone, that's taking care of everybody in the family, where you got like 50 family members leaning on you. It might be one or two brothers like that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Everybody's not having to be like that.
That's right.
You just wanting to be seen. You just wanting to look like you a part of something that you really ain't wanting to go have to deal with the consequence.
Respect, brother. Respect.
So don't get it twisted, man. It's okay to go work at fucking McDonald's for $21 damn an hour.
Shit, I'm about ready to quit my job and go up and get that $21 an hour. Shit, I only make 14. I work at Riverfront Seafood, but shit, if it wasn't for respect of the family, shit, I'll be there. $21 an hour? Are you shitting me?
Man, come on, bro.
Like, yeah, I can do that. Like, yeah, that shit is great. Like,
Man, listen here, young bucks. You can make $800 a week at McDonald's and work for 6 months. Stack your bread and start your own company.
Sure
and
can.
Be your own boss the rest of your life. Instead of waiting on someone to give you a check every 2 weeks on payday, you're writing a check. You're writing a check. See, y'all not thinking about the big picture. See, y'all thinking of the quick few $100s or the couple $1,000s that you're gonna make real quick, not understanding when you fuck up and get caught, you getting ready to spend way more than that $2,000. So was it worth it? But now everybody's got a little pride. You think you get laughed at working at McDonald's.
You can't be getting laughed at. Because if you're getting laughed at, whoever's laughing is a damn fool. $21 an hour, you can't go nowhere and get that, man. Like,
man,
yo, that shit is great. $21 an hour, I go work fast food like a motherfucker for $21 an hour. Shit, and I can work 40 hours a week. I bust their ass up and get that money. Man, yeah, that legal money, nigga. I get that.
And let somebody call in.
I hope they do, because I'm working 8 hours. Yeah,
yeah,
please call in. I'm waiting on a bitch to do that. I'm coming to get that shit. I do it now. I'm waiting on you to call in.
Listen, I used to go to work, and as soon as I walk in, say if I was early out.
Yes, sir.
And it be times I step to the closers and be like, yo, you want to swap? You want to go home early tonight? Let me close.
I hope they. I
do that all the time.
Shit, I hope they do it. As soon as they do that shit, I'm on their line. I'ma holler at you. Shit, I'm getting that little old fuck them. Mean that. Yeah, go on and call in. I'm coming to holler up at that little money, nigga, straight up. Coming to get it.
And see, I learned that at a late age in life, to just go work and get it. Like I said, I had gotten in trouble halfway house. That's why I learned refinement really, because you had to earn your pass to go home. I learned budget and discipline because, like I said, I wasn't going back. That's enough. I seen enough. So that's why we trying to teach these youngins early. Like I said, nobody was telling us at 18, start you a LLC or 501c3.
That's right.
And be your boss. Anybody telling us that? They telling you to go to college, come home with a debt, and go over here and work at the Eastman. And for anybody listening, the Eastman is the is the Eastman Chemical Plant. At one time, it was only 2 of them in the whole world, and one of them was in this little town. You know, this, that, and the other. But anyway, they expect you to go there and work at the Eastman for the next 40 years.
Yeah, they did.
That really wasn't what we was wanting to do. We was the type of brothers that if we went and worked at the Eastman, we gonna try to figure out how we can eventually own the Eastman.
That's right.
You know,
Didn't know it.
Just didn't know it. And that's why we trying to tell the youth that right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why we trying to tell the youth that right now. Think about the long term. Any young buck listening, let me ask you this right here. Think about this. Would you rather pull up in a Benz, sitting on them things, and a pocket full of money at the club so you can stunt and go home not able to sleep comfortably because you worry about your door getting kicked in? Or now, since you have the opportunity, like I said, work at McDonald's, save up your money, start a business, and instead of pulling up to the club in the Benz on them things, stunting for everybody, you bought the building that brought the superstar there to perform. So you ain't really trying to stunt on a little car and taking those chances. You stunt on the big level now. So y'all need to think about that, because the way they got these jobs set up with this pandemic and stuff, y'all can make some real bread and flip that.
That's right.
You know?
All of the money.
You don't have to get out, you don't have to get out here and hustle. And I'm gonna tell you this, if it's 2021, crack rock showed up in the 80s when I was like 15 years old. I'm 46, so that's 30 years ago. And if you are still selling crack 30
you need
years
your ass
later,
whooped.
what the fuck, yo?
You need your ass whooped.
Like, you ain't even moved on to the new shit. You still selling. That'd be like with all the loud that's out right now.
You selling bullshit.
You giving them that Mexican brick,
that bullshit.
and you trying to charge high for it.
That little old.
Like, you getting ready to have the police really tell you, are you really out here with this bullshit? You about to waste my time and my paperwork. Like, I pulled you over and you out here with this shit. You in the way, motherfucker. Real talk. But anyway, man. Anything else you want to say to the people, man? You want to wrap it up?
I just want to rack it up, man, with peace and love, man, for the children, man. You know, hey, it's always love, man. Find you somebody, man, that you can relate to, man. Find you something other than the street hustlers and all that. Get you the Kobe Bryants and all them other dudes, man. Get you something that's going on, man, that's going to produce something that's going to be productive in your life, man. If you ever need anybody that's out here that I know, man, I'm Tony Singleton, man. King Sport represent y'all, nigga. Hey, King Sport reside, I represent y'all, nigga. At the end of the day, nigga, I love my community. I love my people. And I'm here, man, for peace, man. Straight peace. I love my brother. You know, I respect everything and every aspect of this brother's life, man, and what he's got going on, man, because this is a real Kama Sutra of the hood. Yeah, y'all got to respect this shit, nigga. All that shit talking on the internet ain't nothing. At the end of the day, you'll never find nobody more realer than that nigga C. Bly. Yeah.
Peace.
And I mean that. Peace.
All right, so what I'm going to do, we're going to wrap it up. That was our first little episode going live right there. Next time we do it, we'll have a number for you to call in. I just didn't want to put all that out there right
That's
now.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Usually we'll be live on YouTube and Twitch, and then we'll post-produce it and then put it on all the other social media platforms. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell a friend to tell another friend. You know what I'm saying? For everybody out there, like I said, this show right here, if you're going to comment, call in, make sure you add on positivity. Kicking It With Your Kinfolk podcast. You can call and talk your shit on that one.
Yeah. But it's cool.
Well, I'm saying that's because that's what I don't want, you know what I'm saying? This is a serious conversation. Let me say this real quick. It's a serious conversation on this show.
Tony Singleton Live. I'm back here, man.
But
Y'all know
listen,
me. I represent y'all niggas. Fuck
Listen,
you,
but
man.
when it come to, as y'all call it, joning, busting jokes, whatever, don't really want to go that route. We the illest around here with that too.
What?
Say that for the Kicking It With Your Kinfolk podcast, because when you come on with that, it gives us a chance to be us and come back with it, and it's all love. You know what I'm saying?
Could be some hate though.
Yeah, it could be, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
So,
everybody know me, man. Like, I don't play games. I don't play jokes. I don't mean no disrespect by none of that shit. But if you ain't trying to get dead, yeah, flee. Because I'm on some bullshit. And
My
I'm on some
man
real
said-
shit. Love you, hate you, all that. But at the same time, man, leave me alone because I ain't bothering nobody.
Because my man said he got kicked out of recess because
What?
he didn't play no game.
For real. You better ask him.
What wrong with you?
Lincoln School, Jackson School, shit, DB, Robinson, Severe, all that shit. They know me.
Yeah,
Love
hell
y'all.
yeah, boy. But anyway, here we go. First episode, Universal Talk Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Shout out once
Yeah.
again to my man, Experienced Organics, Rob Williams.
That's
Brittany.
right.
Instagram, Tweet Life 423, Johnson City 423-794
The nigga see blind.
7423.
Just Ice Production.
Peace.
The Brown. Peace.